The sun was low, the sky was fire, and I rode slow through the dust and wire. Graves beneath the desert plain, all born names I can't explain. My horse was bones, his eyes were flame. We rode through sorrow, we rode through shame. The crow flew low, the chains did sing, and death still wore my rein. Beneath the sun, the grave still shines, marked by rust, by blood, by time. The wind still hums that same old tune about men who rode too soon. And though my flesh is long undone, I ride the graves beneath the sun. This cross is made of desert wood, where heroes fell and cowards stood. The preacher's gone, the church is dry, but the bones still testify. A crow sat high and watched me near, whispered, son, you stayed to hear. The sun don't rise for men like you, it burns them straight on through. Beneath the sun, the grave still glows, the earth remembers all we owe. Each breath we take, each lie begun, still feeds the graves beneath the sun. And though I'm dust, my shadow spun across the graves beneath the sun. I've seen the dawn turn black as coal. I've sold my gun, I've sold my soul. But every road, no matter how it runs, leads back to the graves beneath the sun. The fire in my chest won't die, it burns through every prayer I try. I hear the choir of ghosts at dusk, singing hymns through ash and musk. My hands are chains, my heart is dust, my faith long gone, my truth unjust. Yet still I ride the endless run through the graves beneath the sun. Beneath the sun, the graves still breathe through shattered bones and what they leave. No heaven waits, no kingdom come, just graves beneath the sun. And I, the last forsaken one, still guard the graves beneath the sun. Now twilight burns like candle smoke, the world is tired, the spell is broke. The crow still cries, the chains still hum, and I'm still here and still undone. If peace don't come when fire fades, then let me rest where dust is made. No name, no cross, no kingdom won, just my bones beneath the sun. Beneath the sun, the graves still shine with ghosts of yours and ghosts of mine. And when my flame is finally done, I'll sleep beneath the sun, where fire weeps and shadows run. Among the graves beneath the sun. desert hums with the sound of bones, and the crow still guards the unmarked stones. The wind on lie, tells the tale of men who rode and men who failed. I seen the sky burn red and black, heard the thunder whisper back, there's fire where your soul wants trust, 'cause the devil rides in dust. The devil rides in dust, my son. He don't stop for anyone. He don't pray, he don't bleed. He just takes what souls still need. So ride your horse and never trust, 'cause the devil rides in dust. I passed a town that lost its name. The church still stood, but not the same. The bell was gone, the altar dry, and angels refused to cry. The preacher's coat hung on a nail, his book of sins turned cold and pale, and carved in blood above the door, the devil's been here before. The devil rides in dust, they say, through bones that mark the judgment day. His chains still sing, his eyes still gleam in every outlaw's dying dream. He don't break, he don't rust, the devil rides in dust. You can't outdraw what you can't see. You can't buy back your memory. And when the dust fills up your lungs, that's when the devil hums. The horse I ride is hard as flame. He knows my sins, he knows my name. His hooves leave fire on the sand. He rides for me, not by command. The crow flies high, his shadow wide. The sun bleeds slow, the mountains hide, and through the smoke the dead still trust that the devil rides in dust. The devil rides in dust tonight, beneath the blood and dying light. He calls your name, you turn to flame, and nothing ever stays the same. No faith to keep, no road to trust, the devil rides in dust. Now I've seen hell and I've seen men lose their hearts and start again. They pray for peace, they pray for rain, but the desert don't explain. If I fall down and turn to clay, let my chains be swept away. But if the wind should rise from rust, let me ride with the devil in dust. The devil rides in dust, my son, from dawn till every star is done. Through graves, through time, through faith and lust, the devil rides in dust. And when I die, as all men must, I'll ride with him through dust. There's a fire in the canyon still. It burns though time stands still. No wind can chase it, no rain can drown. It burns the bones beneath the ground. I rode that trail with faith and sin, with ghosts that drank where I'd been. They whispered low with hollow sigh, there's a fire that wouldn't die. The fire that wouldn't die, my friend. It burns through dusk, it burns through wind, through every lie and lullaby. There's a fire that wouldn't die. And though the night may close its eyes, still burns the fire that wouldn't die. I've seen towns fall into flame, men lose their souls, forget their names. I've heard the prayers the lost ones cry, watched them fade but never die. The preacher's voice was thin as smoke. He said, son, the word's been broke. The Lord's gone west, the saints gone dry, but that fire still lights the sky. The fire that wouldn't die, my friend. It don't forgive, it don't pretend, it hums beneath the open sky. The fire that wouldn't die. It eats the past, it lights the light. The fire that wouldn't die. Some call it sin, some call it soul. Some say it's what the devil stole. But every man must burn inside, or else he's never truly died. I met a woman by the ashwood tree. Her hair was smoke, her voice was free. She said the flame don't curse, it cleans. It burns away what darkness means. Her hand was warm, her eyes were fire. Her kiss was sin, her breath desire. And when she left, I heard her sigh. You're the fire that wouldn't die. That wouldn't die, my friend. It burns through love, it burns through wind, it hides in bones, it blinds the eye. That fire that wouldn't die. It hums through graves beneath the sky. Still burns a fire that wouldn't die. Now my hands are ash, my heart's grown cold, but That flame still makes me bold. I ride through dust, through storm, through sky, and never stop to ask why. The crow still calls, the ground still glows, and where I fall, the fire knows. No heaven's gate, no preacher's cry, just the fire that wouldn't die. The fire that wouldn't die, my friend. It burns in you, it burns again. Through every sin we can't deny, there burns a fire that wouldn't die. And when I fade, don't question why. Just feed the fire that wouldn't die. They said he rode where the light had died, where angels burned and demons cried, through the bones of towns, through fields of sin. He rode with fire beneath his skin. His horse was pale, his eyes were cold. No cross could touch his haunted soul. And when he passed, the world turned still, like death had lost its will. He's the man who outrode death, with ashes burning in his breath. He rides through dust, through time, through pain, through thunder, fire and rain. No grave could claim, no sin could tear the man who outrode death. They found his camp by Devil's Gate, still warm though years too late. The fire burned, the chains were cold, his story carved in smoke and gold. They said he sold his name for peace, but found no end, no sweet release. Now every dusk when the west turns red, the crow flies where he bled. He's the man who outrode death, who laughed beneath the reaper's breath. Through endless nights, through dying lands, he held the stars in shaking hand. And though his soul's long dispossessed, he's the man who outrode death. Some men die with prayers and grace. He rode through hell to save his face. And when the dust began to rise, the devil blinked and he survived. He rides where faith and fire meet, where mercy drips beneath your feet. The ground still hums, the wind still moans, a hymn of rust and broken bones. No church to claim, no God to trust, just the echo of his dust. And when the thunder shakes the west, that's the man who outrode death. He's the man who outrode death. No saint to guide, no soul to bless. Through endless plains, through frozen breath, he rides and never rests. His story carved in endless quest, the man of death who outrode death. Now the moon hangs low, the sky burns white, the crow still guards the edge of night. And somewhere past the canyon's breath, he waits beyond what's left. If you hear chains beneath the storm, don't fear that ghostly form. He's not the devil, just what's left of the man who outrode death. He's the man who outrode death. No road, no rest, no final breath. Through the fire, through the sand, he rides the edge of man. And when you pray your dying breath, he's there who outrode death. The road don't end, it just grows cold, where the dead men ride and tales are told. Their shadows long, their faces pale, they ride the wind, they ride the hail. I saw them once near Dead Man's Hill. The air stood still, the night was chill. Their chains did sing, their eyes did glow, and I knew what I shouldn't know. The ghosts still ride through sand and flame, through every lie, through every name. The wind remembers, the earth confides, the ghosts still ride. They ride through dusk, through death's divide, the ghosts still ride. There's graves that lean where no one prays, bones that hum forgotten lays. A crow sat perched on weathered stone, it called my sins in broken tone. It said, boy, you'll join their line. The road you ride's already mine. And when I turned, I heard the tide, the sound of ghosts that ride. The ghosts still ride through smoke and rain, through every joy, through every pain. They never sleep, they never hide, the ghosts still ride. And if you listen else inside, the ghost still rides. They say time don't heal, it just forgets, but the dust don't lie and the wind regrets. And when you feel the air turn wide, it's just the ghost that rides. I've seen men fall, I've seen them rise, with bullets cold and empty eyes. They beg for mercy, curse the stars, but the past still leaves its scars. The preacher's gone, the saloon's burned down, the sheriff's bones are lost and found, and every soul that ever lied still rides where ghosts reside. The ghosts still ride through graves and flame, through the echoes of their shame. No gold to find, no bride, no pride, the ghosts still ride. They whisper low where truth has died, the ghosts still ride. Now the sun bleeds red on canyon walls, and every echo softly calls. I feel their hands upon my rein, I feel their hunger in the rain. And when my horse lays down to rest, I ride the same, no east, no west, for every man must someday bide with a ghost that ride. The ghosts still ride through blood and bone, through the silence we call home. They ride through night, through endless sky, and never say goodbye. The wind may fade, the stars may die, but the ghost still rides. The wind still hums where I once stood, between the dust and dying wood. The graves are deep, the sky's still wide, and I still ride, though long I've died. My hands are ash, my heart is torn, my soul's a place where ghosts are born. And though the world forgot my flame, the dust remembers my name. The dust remembers my name. Though time forgot my face, the road still whispers what I became, and shadows keep my place. The fire's gone, but it burns the same. The dust remembers my name. I've seen the towns the wind erase, saints long gone, their sins replaced. The cross still leans, the bell won't sound, but my voice still haunts that ground. They built their homes, they said their prayers, they left their ghosts in empty chairs. And when they fell, they took the blame, but the dust remembers my name. The dust remembers my name. When stars forget to shine, it hums my sin, it knows my shame. It marks the end of time, no heaven's call, no holy flame. Still, the dust remembers my name. I rode for gold, I rode for blood, through storm and drought, through flame and flood. And when the ground refused my claim, the dust still spoke my name. The crow still guards my grave at dusk, his wings like ash, his eyes like rust. He watches me when nights grow cold, a sentinel of the untold. The horse I rode is bone and smoke, its gallop hums beneath the oak, and in its breath I hear the same, the dust that speaks my name. The dust remembers my name, though I am not the same. It carries whispers soft, untamed, through shadow, light, and flame. No man survives his mortal game, but the dust remembers his name. Now the sun bleeds red beyond the ridge, and ghosts cross back beneath the bridge. The air still burns, the wind still cries, through every word a sinner lies. And when the earth reclaims this frame, when silence drowns my pain, don't pray for me, don't carve the blame. The dust remembers my name. The dust remembers my name, though I've turned into flame. It hums my sorrow, hides my shame, still whispers all the same. No cross, no song, no man to claim. The dust remembers my name. names the tears, the old regrets. It winds through bone, through fire, through rain, and always ends where it began. I rode that path with hands of stone, chasing ghosts I used to own. Each mile a sin, each turn a test, and no one left to bless. The road that never ends, my friend. It don't forgive, it don't pretend. It takes your blood, it takes your breath, and trades your life for death. You ride alone, there's no amends on the road that never ends. I met a man with hollow eyes. He said this trail's where heaven dies. I rode it once, I'll ride again, 'cause peace don't come to men. He tipped his hat, his voice was gone. The wind just hummed a broken song, and in that tune I heard my fate, a road that won't obey. The road that never ends, they say, will steal your soul and walk away. No gold, no God, no promised land, just dust beneath your hand. The wind forgets, the dust transcends on the road that never ends. I tried to stop, I tried to pray, but the road don't care what men say. It eats their dreams, it burns their names, and leaves them to the flames. The sky was red, the sun was low. The crow flew high where shadows grow, and every mile I left behind was carved into my mind. My horse turned black, his breath grew thin. His hooves struck sparks like mortal sin. And through the haze I saw the bends of the road that never ends. The road that never ends, my friend. It don't break, it don't bend. Calls your name in ghostly tones and buries you in stones. Your blood becomes what dust defends on the road that never ends. I've become the tale I tell, a shadow bound to earth and hell. The stars still burn but far away. Their light don't reach this clay. And if you find my worn out tracks, don't turn around, don't look back. You'll lose yourself where sorrow blends with the road that never ends. The road that never ends, my friend. It's where the living and dead descend. It takes your name, it takes your pride, and leaves you to the other side. No dawn to break, no soul to lend, just the road that never ends. Down by the river where the crosses lean, the water runs cold, the dirt unclean. I knelt to drink, but the river spoke of every vow I'd ever broke. It said, son, I've seen your kind before, men who run from every war. Your gun still smokes, your hand still shaking, your face just one mistake. The river knows my sins, my friend. It don't forgive, it don't pretend. It carries ghosts beneath its skin. The river knows my sins. It hums my name through dust and wind. The river knows my sin. I saw her face in the water's glass, a memory born to never pass. She whispered soft, you can't return, for every bridge you crossed will burn. Her voice was calm, her eyes were flame, and I still dream she spoke my name. But all that's left beneath my chin is a river and my sin. The river knows my sins, my friend. It never breaks, it never bends. It hides the bones of where I've been. The river knows my sins. It hums my soul like a violin. The river knows my sins. I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the river always finds its way. It don't judge, it don't forgive. It just takes what shouldn't live. The sky grew dark, the storm grew loud, the lightning split the holy shroud. And in that flash I saw my face, a ghost who'd lost his grave. My horse turned back, my hand went cold. The water whispered truths untold. You can't outlive what lies within. The river knows your sin. The river knows my sins, my friend, from birth until the bitter end. It hums beneath the world's dark skin. The river knows my sins. It drowns the truth, it keeps the grin. The river knows my sins. Now the moon hangs low, the banks are bare, and I still see her standing there. Her shadow falls where I once lay, and the river takes my breath away. If I should fade before the dawn, don't say my name, I'll just be gone. But when you hear that current spin, it's whispering my sin. The river knows my sins, my friend. It don't forgive, it just descends through every soul that's worn too thin. The river knows my sins, and when I drown, don't mourn again. The river knew me then. I walked a mile through ash and bone, no church to bless, no heart to own. The road was long, the moon was thin, and I could hear the storm within. They say the Lord forgives the lost, but mercy comes with blood and cost. And I've spent both on sin and pride, with no more soul to hide. There's no light for the wicked son, no dawn when the night is done. The fire burns but never shines through these cursed bloodlines. The angels weep, the devils run. No light for the wicked son. I buried love beneath the clay and never learned the words to pray. Her name still haunts the canyon wall where shadows rise and voices fall. The crow still circles every year. It knows my grief, it knows my fear. And when it calls, the silence hums of every sin I've done. There's no light for the wicked son, no rest when the race is run. The fire burns but won't absolve what time refused to solve. The river bleeds, the bells are numb. No light for the wicked son. I've seen men die with grace and shame, and every cross bears the same name. It ain't the devil's work or man's, it's the dust that takes your hands. The wind still hums its broken song, a song that never brings you calm. And though I ride through dusk and flame, the darkness knows my name. The preacher said, lay down your gun, but I ain't one to come undone. My horse still breathes that smokeless fire, and the crow don't tire. There's no light for the wicked son, no prayer when the deed's been done. The world turns red, the stars are none. No light for the wicked son, no home, no rest, no place to run. No light for the wicked son. Stand still through endless dusk and nameless hill. The graves all whisper soft and low, the seeds you sow still grow. And when the end finally comes for me, don't light no fire, just let it be. For I have burned and I have spun, and found no light for the wicked son. There's no light for the wicked son. The road don't care for what you've done. It takes your name, your heart, your gun, and leaves you under the sun. No tears to shed, no grace to shun. No light for the wicked son. At the crossroads where the crows still sing, I met a man with a broken wing. He said, boy, the deal's been made, you'll ride till the memory fades. He smiled with teeth of smoke and bone, and handed me a heart of stone. He said, you'll live but you won't keep, 'cause the crossroads never sleep. The cross never sleep, my son. They whisper deals when day is done. The road is dark, the fire is deep, and the crossroads never sleep. No truth to hold, no soul to read. The crossroads never sleep. I rode that night through fire and rain. My sins fell hard but felt the same. Each mile a ghost, each breath a dead. Each promise made, each one I'd regret. The stars were cold, the moon was blind. The wind cut through this cursed mind, and every prayer I tried to keep died where the shadows creep. The crossroads never sleep, my friend. They wait for all things to end. They hum your name in dust and flame. They call you back again. The devil laughs, the angels weep, the crossroads never sleep. I tried to run, I tried to hide, but you can't outrun what lives inside. The deal was carved, the blood runs deep, and the crossroads never sleep. I saw her ghost beneath the sign, her hair like smoke, her eyes divine. She said, "You've paid the price in full, but death don't buy your soul." Her voice was soft, her shadow red. She kissed my brow and then she said, "You'll walk this ground but never reap. The crossroads never sleep. The crossroads never sleep, my son. Their work is never done. Through bone and ash, through fate's deceit, the crossroads never sleep. They trade your love for what you seek. The crossroads never sleep. Now the dawn bleeds through the trees. The air is cold, my soul's at ease. My horse stands still, his breath is great. The road still hums my name today. If you find me where the fires weep, don't pray for me, just let me sleep. For I am bound where shadows creep, and the crossroads never sleep. The crossroads never sleep, my son. The deal was struck, the deed was done. Through flame, through dust, through endless keep, the crossroads never sleep. And when I fade, don't make a peep. The crossroads never sleep.